What's going on, Chaotix? It is your boy ChaosMan006 here, and today I am going to be showing you my team for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, the first team I played through with this game. And to do this, I am using an Elgato HD60S capture card to capture my game footage from my Nintendo Switch so that you guys can see it as well. This will make shiny hunting happen in the future, so be ready to see some shiny hunting streams with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But for now, let's get into what my team actually was. So of course, you're going to begin with your starter Pokemon, which is Pikachu. This is my Pikachu, Mr. Bolt. He's level 69 right now. I have completed the game. I'm working on some Master Trainers at the current moment. But this is my Pikachu. This is my Pikachu. As you can see, it's got amazing stats, best stats in all, which is awesome for a starter Pokemon. It's also an adamant nature, if you did not see, which boosts actually my attack in favor of the special attack, making this thing work really, really well. So this is the moveset I have: Zippy Zap, Floaty Fall, Iron Tail, and Brick Break. And this really works out well because this is basically a 150 base power move, and also is boosted by the adamant nature with the physical attack. So it really helps me use Zippy Zap really well, as well as Floaty Fall, which is another physical move. It's also a flying type move that Pikachu gets, giving flinches, which is also really great to have in this game. And then I also added Iron Tail, just give me a little bit of steel coverage, and also Brick Break to help out a little bit with the normal types and the rock types in this game. In case they wanted to try and bring in a ground type against me that also is a rock type, we can deal with it there. So that is my Pikachu. I really think an adamant nature Pikachu really helps out in this game because Zippy Zap is going to be such a great move if it's an attack boosting nature, and you really don't need a special attack boost if you're going to use physical moves. So I think Adamant's probably one of the best natures you can get on a Pikachu, especially your starter Pikachu. So that is one of my favorite things about playing this game with my starter. And I only reset for it once because I got a female Pikachu and I didn't want one, so didn't want a female Pikachu. Next on my team, we have the Mew. As I mentioned in a few of my videos that you'll see coming up, I did get the Pokeball Plus, and I did use the Mew in my playthrough. Mew is actually pretty cool. I have a Calm Nature, so that boosts special defense in favor of attack, which actually is really good for a Mew as well. So I got lucky with that. Good overall stats, not too shabby. And the rest of the stats, and the special defense gets a really good boost with the nature. So I think that's really beneficial, and I really didn't need the special attack boost anyway, but it just influenced how I used my Mew. So I used Psychic, Toxic, Scald, and Calm Mind. Psychic obviously for stab, giving me a special defense drop if I hit. I'm not going to go over Toxic later. I used Scald because I don't have a water type on my team, and I wanted a nice powerful water type move that also could burn. So Scald made sense to throw onto this slot, as Mew can learn any TM, and really is good for a coverage Mon in your back. And then I also had Calm Mind to boost my special attack in case I got in those hairy situations where I needed to boost my special attack, or also just to tank hits against something really scary. Mew was able to do that, and that's why this Mew worked out really well for me. Now for the final move, I have Toxic on it right now. I actually had this set up for the Master Trainer for Mew, but I can't battle that at the current moment because you have to do a red battle before that. But this move slot changed around quite a bit. I had Thunderbolt on at one point to give me electric coverage. I had Shadow Ball to give me ghost coverage. I had Dark Pulse, which I primarily used because Dark Pulse made a lot of sense and helped me out with the Psychic type gym. So this last slot really moving around depending on what the team needed. And Toxic just made sense for the Master Trainer fight, so I think I'll leave it on there for now, and we'll see about it when it comes back, when I actually do that battle. Alright, next up for the team, I actually used the Venusaur. I really tried in this game not to use the starter Pokemon. I really didn't want to, but Venusaur is just the best grass type in this game. There's nothing else to it. So I actually got mine in Cerulean City with the gift, so it has pretty good stats all around, great defense and special defense, which is what you really want from your Venusaur. So I thought that was really nice, and I'm glad that I have that there. And with the moveset Mega Drain, Sludge Bomb, Leech Seed, and Toxic, I decided to go Mega Drain because I wanted recovery. It's also 75 base power, so basically it's Giga Drain with more PP. So it's nice. I like to have that. I didn't think Solar Beam was necessary. I didn't think Petal Dance was necessary. Petal Dance, I didn't want to get locked in either. So Mega Drain was my go-to. Then I had Sludge Bomb, was TM I taught it late on in the game. Gave me abilities to take on some fairy types. There's not too many fairy types in this game, but it is nice to have some coverage for them. So Sludge Bomb was really good. I used Leech Seed as well in case I wanted to. It was something that I couldn't really take on too well with any of my team members early on, and I could just Leech Seed and get HP back as well as stall with Toxic. So those two moves really worked well together, and that's the big reason why I ran them together on this Pokemon. Next up, we have my Rideon. I actually got a Rideon in Rock Tunnel. Really wanted to use a Rideon in this game. One of the team members I knew for certain I was using at the beginning of the game. So I got a Rideon in Rock Tunnel, and it was really fun to use a Rideon. I really liked it. Its stats aren't the best, so that was something I struggled with throughout the game. But that really didn't matter going through the game. Didn't read the best stats to play. But it does have a defense boosting nature, which is awesome. For moves, Earthquake, I used Horn Drill until I got the TM for Earthquake, so then I taught it Earthquake, which was a great enhancement to the team, giving me a 100% accurate move, which really I lacked on this set for a while. Rock Slide was the rock coverage I used, probably the best rock move in the game. Debatable with Stealth Rocks. It is really debatable with Stealth Rocks. But nice rock type coverage, maybe giving me a flinch. And then Mega Horn was my last move. I didn't really have anything else to put here. So Mega Horn made sense, gave me a little bit of grass coverage if I wanted to stay in against something that was grass or a psychic type maybe. So I had some coverage there with Mega Horn. And the final slot, it switched around just like Mew's Toxic slot. This set switched around a lot. Primarily I ran Headbutt, but after I beat the Master Trainer, I actually used it for Surf for the Master Trainer, and then I taught it Payday because I'm probably going to need some money at the end of the game. So let's go collect some money with some Payday. So I think that's my set for Rideon. You can choose whatever sets you want to use, guys, by the way. This is just my team, and I'm just letting you know what I used first time playing through. So my next Pokemon, as you may have guessed, I talked about really liking Alolan Sandslash in the PDL stream, but this is something that is really cool, and I really was so happy to use. I wanted a nice type early on, and once I found that in Celadon City, you can link trade for the Alolan Sandshrew or Alolan Ninetales. You bet I was training for my Alolan Sandslash. This thing was a powerhouse and put in a lot of work. Pretty good natures as well, giving me a defensive boost, which will help against that 4x fighting weakness. Also gives me a good best stat in attack and speed as well, and a defense boosting nature, which really helped out with that. Moves, I taught it Ice Punch, of course, because I needed stab, and it was really good stab. Iron Tail also for stab, good powerful hit, helped me with those fairy types. And then Brick Break to help me take on the normal types in the game. It really was good to hold off against normal types because it is a steel type, so they really can't hit it much with their normal type moves. They have to bring a fire type move to really damage it. And then I brought Swords Dance just for the chance, just in case I wanted to boost up on something. So this You Bet Swords Dance came out versus Lance, really helped me out with his dragons, so I used that to destroy Lance very, very nicely. And finally, we have my shiny Wigglytuff. As I posted, guys, I did get a shiny Jigglypuff in like, I think 98 encounters, 96 encounters, one of the two. And so I trained it up, added it to my team, and now I have the Easter Bunny, which is my level 66 shiny Wigglytuff. It is behind most of my other team because I have not trained it up too well. But it didn't really need it because its stats are phenomenal. It's got great HP, great special attack, special defense, and speed. Even though speed's a lowering nature, so it really took a lot of hits. I thought the fairy type was good for the normal type, paired really well, so I didn't have to take fighting type damage super effectively. It was only neutral, so that was nice. Special defense boosting nature made me able to take hits, so I had another tanky bruiser on my team, like Mew, but I really wasn't expecting. I was hoping for a special attack boosting nature, so I had a better special attacker that could just wreck through teams. But it didn't matter. It worked out really, really well for me. And moveset, of course, Dazzling Gleam. Wow. Dazzling Gleam for a fairy type stab, which I didn't use too much. It helped me out a little bit with Lance. It helped me out with a few dragon types throughout the game. Shadow Ball was there for coverage. I thought it was really good to bring this thing in on ghost types. So, like it would be immune because of ghost type. And then I have Shadow Ball on the end to hit it with as well. Flamethrower was a nice fire coverage that I had on the team. Also, Mew had it for a while. I didn't mention that, but Mew had Flamethrower for a while. But I wanted to add Flamethrower to this thing because it would be really good to have. And it gave Mew ability to use another slot for Dark Pulse. so that's why Flamethrower is over here. And then Tri Attack, of course, for a normal type stab, which also can get me Freeze Burn Paralysis, which is awesome, and I really enjoyed using that. So this thing really put in a lot of set. As you can see, I've maxed out the HP quite a bit, so it's pretty powerful. I had a lot of Jigglypuff candies, so that is why this thing is how it is. But guys, that is my team. That is what I have. I have my 6 here. Let me know what your team is in the comment section below. I just wanted to share with you what I used to get through this game. I will be making a best team for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I'm debating on which I think is more necessary. Like, do I need to have one that can fill both, or do I need to change it up? I think I'm probably going to have to change it up because of the starter Pokemon. But other than that, that's what we got. That's what I rocked with. So I will see you guys very soon for some shiny hunting in this game and some other content coming out as well. So make sure you are checking those out, and I will see you guys in the next video. But until then, leave a like and subscribe if you have not done that already, because it's really helpful for me. Check out the description for some content of, like, if you want to buy something, merch, man, help, be great, be really great. Thanks. But I will see you guys very soon for some more Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee content. I got a lot coming out this month and up until the end of the year, so be ready for that, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. But until next time, I'm ChaosMate006 signing off. Burn it up.